Hi friends, welcome to our channel. This is Venkatachalam and Nitya. Today we are going to talk about IELTS tips how to score more than CLB 9. Before that, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe our channel so that you'll be receiving the videos which we are posting.
IELTS is International English Language Testing System, so it is provided either by British Council or IDP. So you can take it from any one of them. We took it from British Council, and IELTS has four different categories. One is listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The listening, reading, writing will be on the same day, and you'll not have any gaps between them. And the speaking can be on the same day, or it can be 2 days prior or 2 days later.
It was actually 2 days prior for me and 1 day prior for her.
So you'll be getting the details, through mail. Regarding your venue and the date of examination for speaking as well as for reading, listening and writing. So if we take IELTS listening first, so IELTS listening has four sections. So section 1 would be a conversation between two people, which is quite little easy. Section 2 would be
Single person
a
speaking.
talk by a single person. Section 3 would be a conversation up to 3 or more people, and section 4 would also be spoken by one person, where it would be tougher. So the order of toughness increases from section 1 to section 4. And you can practice the various listening test in Cambridge book series. We did practice only the Cambridge book series from starting from series 1 to series 13. It was like till 13, so we practiced all those. So that is far enough to get a good score in IELTS listening. And in fact we scored 9 in listening just by practicing the Cambridge books. And the tips, maybe you can listen for words which are highly stressed, the tone which is stressed, you might get answers there, or the words which are repeated many times, so the answers might be there. So be careful in listening. Just practice the Cambridge books, and that should be enough to get a good score in listening. And for so get a CLB 9 for in IELTS listening, you have to get 8. And for 8, like, it is something like out of 40 questions, it's a total of 40 questions for the 4 sections. So out of the 40 questions, you have to get around 36 questions right to get
CLB of
CLB 9, which is an
9.
IELTS 8. So this is about listening. Then next about reading. So IELTS reading contains about 3 sections, and the order of difficulty as well as increases from section 1 to the last section. And
The section 1 and 2 will comparatively like easier. So the third section will be like little tough. So what you can do is like you can do a quick reading for 1 and 2 sections, and you can allot more time for the third reading.
yeah, so the total time is 1 hour for the 3 sections. So it was something like divided, like you need to take 20 minutes for each section. But as he suggested, you can go for about 15 or 20 minutes for the first 2 sections, and give about 25 minutes for the last section. Maybe you can plan on that. And another suggestion which I would give is like, for example, if you are a fast reader, sometimes people read and then they answer the question. But I followed particularly like skim through the passages first, but I started to read the question and then skim through the passages. So once you read the question, if you skim through the passages, if you come to know that that is the passage where the question is asked, then you go and read in detail, so that you can save time. And because once you go on reading, and then when you attend the questions, you will not know what you have read, or you would again need to go back to the passages to get the in detail exact answer. So maybe you can read the questions first and then skim through the passages and find exactly where the answers stay, and then you can start reading in detail. But for certain questions, like where you have to match the head, the paragraph names, or match a heading to the paragraph, in that cases probably you can keep those questions at the end, and then come for a match once you have already skimmed through the entire passages. So these are the few tips which we followed.
Apart from that, if you are stuck in one question, don't prolong a lot of time for that.
Yeah.
Maybe skip that and just go to the next one. maybe after time you can come back and do that question again.
Yeah, so instead of wasting time, as he suggests, you can come back later to do the questions which you feel you are not confident with the answers, or you don't know the answers. Because for reading, the time management is very important. Time would be a biggest constraint. And one more thing is like if you are writing a paper-based test, like transferring the answers for reading, do not keep it at the end, because if you though you as you complete one sections, what we did is we transferred the answers immediately. Because if you keep the transferring the answers at the end of all the three sections, then sometimes if you fall short of time, even though you know the answers correctly, if you're not able to transfer it properly, or when you miss something, it is waste. So try to transfer your answers immediately. But in online based test, I think that would not be a matter, because it would be something like a selection, and your passages would be there right away, so you can directly select the answers. But if you're taking a paper based, probably see to that you transfer the answers as you complete each section, instead of having everything at the end. So this is about reading.
So the next we are going to talk about the writing.
Yeah, in the writing, we suggest that you try writing at least one essays or letter every day. In fact, we booked IELTS about like giving a time of 1 month to practice, and every day we give one listening test, and one day we give a writing test. So try the different kinds of essays. You give it to some people who are good in English. Try ask them to evaluate your essays. Yeah, and writing you have two tasks, and the task one would be a letter, and task two would be an essay. So task one letter format would be like, it can be a semi-formal, it can be a formal, or it can be an informal. So try practicing the different kinds of letters. And if you come to task 2 is an essay, and where you will be allotting a maximum time for it. So you keep it's a total of 1 hour for writing, so keep 20 minutes for your letter and 40 minutes for your essay. In task 2 essays, like you have 4 types. So one is like an opinion essay, and the second one is like discussion essay. The third one practice like advantages, disadvantages, and the fourth one practice some problem solution essays. So you should have a structure of how you're going to write all the 3 types, 4 different kinds of essays. Like you have an introduction, you have para 1, para 2, and a conclusion. So that's how we follow the format. And in introduction, mainly you're going to paraphrase the given statement. Yeah, if you take an opinion essay, like you stand with one point, either you agree or you disagree. So your entire essay you're going to agree it, so you substantiate with valid points in body paragraph 2 and body paragraph 3, so stating good examples and give the conclusion of what you have said in that. And if you take a discussion essay, like in body paragraph, you can discuss both the parts of and then in the conclusion you can write a substantiate point of to which discussion you go for it. And then you can practice some problem solution essays, where in the body paragraphs, in one body paragraph you can explain the problem, and in another body paragraph you can give solutions to it. And about disadvantages and advantages, it's again simple. So you give an introduction. In one body paragraph you can talk about the advantages, and then in another body paragraph you can talk about the disadvantages and give a proper conclusion. And if you take essay, there is a word limit, like minimum you have to write 250 words of essay.
So make sure you write 250 words, but don't write anything less than 250 words.
Yeah, it will cause a penalty. So
and even if you're going to write 400 words, they are going to ask you why you have wrote 400 words.
But writing more words would make more mistakes. We would make more mistakes. So try to keep something between 250 to 300. And the letter task, if you take, you have to at least write 150 words. So the task achievement is very important. So essays and letter, how they are evaluated is something like, for task achievement they would see whether you have achieved it, and they look for grammar and accuracy, and they look for coherence and cohesion. So how do you structure yourself? That's why we say like have a format or have a structure. And cohesion is like how you connect one paragraph to another, so and you state good examples. And the other one which they check is about about lexical resources, your vocabulary and other things. So practice as much as writing you can, so that would really help to get a good score and to achieve a CLB 9. IELTS speaking is going to be a one-to-one session with an examiner, which will last for 15 minutes. And speaking is again going to have 3 sections. So the first section is going to be an introductory session.
Basically, they'll ask you questions about yourself so that you get comfortable in speaking.
Yeah, so that will last for about 2 to 3 minutes. They'll ask like about you and what you're doing, and which will just be an introductory session for 2 to 3 minutes, after which they would give a cue card. So you have to speak on the topic of the cue card. So for that you'll have
and you'll be given time for preparing your cue
that's
card.
a 1 minute preparation time would be given for the cue card. So they will be giving a paper and a 1 minute preparation time where you can take points, and then you have to start speaking on the cue card. So the examiner will not interrupt you while you speak on the topic for about a minute or two. So you try to speak continuously on the topic with the points you have taken in the initial 1 minute. So
when your time is over, automatically the examiner will ask you to stop speaking.
So till then you try to speak continuously on the topic, so that would really give a good impression. And regarding the third session would be like more on a conversation regarding the environment. It would be like a discussion. So regarding the environment, regarding the government, or it can be some continuation regarding the topic which you had on the cue card, and that would again last for about 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, so the total time would be will be around about 12 to 15 minutes a maximum. So on the speaking part, just be confident.
And make sure to have an eye contact with the examiner.
Yeah, that's important. Have an eye contact, give a smile to the examiner, and wish the examiner in the beginning, and also when you leave. So all that will really counts. So this is about the IELTS format and the tips which we followed. We hope it was useful to you.
We have a lot of materials to give out. So if you are looking in for materials, just leave your email in a comment, and we'll just forward the materials which we have.
Yeah.
I hope this information was useful to you, and we'll be posting a lot of more information in the upcoming videos. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe so that you'll be receiving the videos which we are posting. So until then, take care. Bye.
Bye.